So Crystal started crying, and she grabbed my hand and she said, "Sunita, I'm going to have to get on my face for you tonight." And I knew she was praying right then. She didn't say anything. It wasn't no big Father in the name of, it wasn't none of that. But I just knew she was praying for me. And she's crying, and I'm like, okay, well, at least I know this one person cares enough about me to shed a tear about what it is that I'm going through right now. But I still felt bad because I had burdened her with this issue. So I said, you know, Crystal, it's okay. You know, I'll be okay, I promise. Please don't cry, so on and so forth. And I felt bad because I was like, you know, I'm Sunita. I'm not supposed to be like this because I'm Sunita. And I'm like, God, I don't understand how all this stuff could have happened less than a year ago. Not a year ago, but less than a year ago. I'm going through all this stuff and 50,000 other things that I probably didn't even mention just now. How could you pick me to do something like this? If I know that you're the giver, taker of life, and I was contemplating veering off the road, if I was willing to push aside ministry so I could fornicate with somebody else and mess them up and they walk at the same time, if I could sit here and feel like I'm all by myself when I know that me plus you is the majority, how could you pick me? I'm not worthy of being the president of Filled with the Spirit. I'm not worthy of being the person that everybody's hugging at the end of the events and saying, "Oh, Sunita, you did such a good job. You did this, and you got such an anointing," and whatever, whatever. I was like, I'm just not worthy of doing that. And after I got finished listing off all my stuff, God said, "Now go tell my people." And I said, wow, is this so awesome that God felt like he could use me in the midst of all the mess that people don't even know is going on inside me 90% of the time. God used me anyway, despite me not being worthy, despite me not giving his name to praise all the time like I'm supposed to, despite me not having such a love for life and a love for ministry, God still used me. And he told me that I needed to tell you because there's people out here that God said he's trying to use too. So I'm sitting here scared and about to throw up and crying and about to have panic attacks because I'm like, God, I can't say that to these people. And God said, if you love me more than anything, then you love me enough to tell these people out here that it's people that's struggling with fornication. It's people that's struggling with borderline suicidal thoughts. It's people here today that think that they're all alone and that nobody loves them. And I said, you know what, God, I have to tell these people that I love them. Each and every person in this room, I love y'all. Because the only reason I pulled through was because I knew I was called. And I had to keep doing this stuff so that you can get your breakthrough. So I love y'all regardless if I know you or not. I love you because if it worked for you, if it weren't for my involvement in ministry, if it weren't for my love for Christ and my desire to bring people closer to him, to help people from to keep people from flatlining, to do all these different events, if it weren't for that, I probably wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be. I can almost guarantee you that I wouldn't have pulled through. So I was telling all these people out here, there's people here who have ministries in you. And you have a ministry, you already know what your ministry is, you already know that you're called, you already know that you're purpose, but you don't want to manifest that ministry because you feel like you're not worthy. You feel like you're not good enough. But please believe, if I'm good enough, you're good enough too. And you're good enough to birth your ministry somewhere in this house tonight. You're good enough to get the prayer you need, to get the hug you need, to get the whatever you need tonight. So that you can get the thing, so that you can birth the ministry that God has put in you. I know some people here that feel like you're like a caterpillar and you wrapped up and tied up and tangled up in all your stuff, all your depression, all your anger, all your bitterness, all your whatever. You just wrapped up and tied up in that thing. And you know that God has called you to greater things. You know God has called you to be that butterfly and to spread your wings and fly to greater heights in Christ. But you are afraid, or you feel like you're unable to because you don't feel like you can let go of all that stuff that you got to do. But I'm telling you, you can let go of it and you can let go of it tonight. I don't know is and God has called you to do. Please know that we are here for you. We will pray for you. We'll do whatever. I'll exchange phone numbers, the whole nine. Because if God can use Shanita and her messed up, tied up, tangled up, hot, stinking, messy self, then I know God can use y'all. I just know He can. So if you would like to have prayer, come up.